Good morning, students. Welcome to online teaching session of Academic World School Nirvita. In previous two sessions, we have already studied few topics about polynomials. Now today, we will study division of polynomial and remainder theorem. As we have already studied, polynomials are different. We can see the polynomials in different forms in our life, like straight lines, circles, curves, or some other figures also. Numbers also are actually polynomials. Now, as the numbers are polynomial and we do the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of numbers, then we must have the way to do these operations on polynomials also. It means we must be able to add, subtract, multiply and divide the polynomials. Actually, in class 8 we have already studied addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Now today we will discuss how to divide polynomials. We will begin from very easy steps. For example, suppose there are two polynomials, simple polynomials, 5x, and another polynomial is suppose 5 only. We know this is a monomial of degree 1 and this is a constant polynomial. If we divide this 5x by 5, write down here divide. 5x divided by 5 means it will be equal to actually 5 into x, 5x, and divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So 1 into x, the answer will be x. This is a simple division of a monomial by a constant polynomial. Further, if we move to some higher polynomials, binomials, and the polynomials of degree 2, 3, 4, then also we can divide them. For example, if we look at this first question, divide 2x cubed plus x square plus x by x. This polynomial is 2x cubed plus x square plus x, and we want to divide this by x. This is a cubic polynomial with 3 terms, and this is a linear polynomial and monomial actually, 1 term only. Easily we can divide this. Look at here. We can write it like this: 2x cubed plus x square plus x upon x. And this x will be divided in each of these terms separately, like this: 2x cubed upon x plus x square upon x plus x upon x. Solve it further. You already know identity: a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. We have studied this. So x to the power 3 divided by x, it will be x to the power 3 minus 1, that is 2. So you will write here 2 x to the power 3 minus 1 plus it will be x to the power 2, x to the power 2 minus 1 plus x to the power 1 minus 1. Solve it further. 2 x to the power 3 minus 2, it will become x square, plus x to the power 2 minus 1, it will become x, plus x to the power 1 minus 1, that is 0 actually, x to the power 0 will become 1. So this is our question. When we divide this polynomial 2x cubed plus x square plus x by x, and as this is completely divisible, we are not getting any remainder here. There is no term which is left undivided. So it completely divides this polynomial. So we can say this x is a factor of this polynomial. Obviously, because it is dividing completely this polynomial. Further, if we move to some other polynomials which are still having more terms than this monomial and having higher degree than this cube, then also we can divide these polynomials. We will see here in our another example, that is example 2. Here this polynomial px is x plus 3x square minus 1, and we want to divide this by another polynomial gx, which is 1 plus x. Now here in this division we will use our knowledge of standard form of a polynomial. We have already studied in our previous session what is the standard form of a polynomial. So when we want to divide these polynomials, which are, I am writing here, question 2, polynomial px, which is dividend actually, it is x plus 3x square minus 1, and the another polynomial which is gx, we will write also here, the another polynomial is gx, which is 1 plus x, 1 plus x. Now when we want to divide these polynomials, look at here, this polynomial is having 3 terms and it is having degree 2, it is quadratic trinomial. This polynomial is linear and having 2 terms, so binomial. To divide these polynomials, we first of all we will write them in standard form, both of the polynomials, and then we will be able to divide. And in standard form also we will write them in decreasing order of their powers. So write them in long division form. This is our sign of division. First of all, this is our divisor 1 plus x. We will write it in standard form. So higher power will be at first, lower power at second. So 1 plus x, it will be like this, x plus 1 in decreasing order of their powers. Similarly, this polynomial, we will write this polynomial also in decreasing order of their powers. So it will become 3x square plus x minus 1. Now we can easily divide these polynomials as we have done earlier. What we will do, we will divide this first term 3x square by the first term of this divisor x. So what will be our answer? Look at here. I am doing 3x square divided by x. Again, you should know we will always use the formula a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. So use this 3x square divided by x, x to the power 2, x to the power 1, so x to the power 2 minus 1, it will become 3x. So on dividing this first term 3x square by this first term x, we will get here 3x. Now we are aware that we are not dividing by x only, but we are dividing by this whole polynomial x plus 1. So this is the quotient part. We will multiply this quotient part 3x by this whole polynomial and write our answer here. So 3x into x, again we will get 3x square. Now multiply this 3x with 1 plus 1. So 3x into plus 1, we will get 3x. Now what we do in our simple division of numbers, we subtract this term. So here also we will subtract this term from the dividend. When we will subtract, then sign of the terms will change. This is plus sign actually, this will convert into minus. This is also plus sign, this will convert into minus, because we are subtracting it. Minus into plus, minus, minus into plus, minus. So 3x square minus 3x square, this whole term will become 0, and plus x minus 3x. If you want to understand how we will solve, I am solving it here. X minus 3x. Just take out this x common. So it will be 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3 is 2. So x into minus 2 which is equal to minus 2x. Or directly also you can solve this. Minus 3x plus x. The answer will be minus 2x. Next, our last term here is minus 1. We will write it here. So write down it minus 1. Again, we will do the same process. Divide the first term here minus 2x by this first term x. So minus 2x divided by x, we will get minus 2 in our quotient part. Now we will multiply this minus 2 to our divisor. Our divisor minus 2 into x, that will be minus 2x. Further, minus 2 into plus 1, that is minus 2. Now subtract it. So when we will subtract, the sign will change. Minus 2x, minus will become plus, this minus will become plus. Minus 2x plus x, it will become 0. So write down here 0. Minus 1 plus 2. Minus 1 plus 2, the answer will be plus 1. So this is our remainder part, plus 1. This is our quotient part, and already you know this is divisor and this one is dividend. So this process is same as we do the division of numbers. So division of polynomials is also possible by this process. Further, we can divide the larger polynomials having degree higher than 2 and the terms also more than 3 terms. So next example that we will see here is divide 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cubed minus 3x minus 1 by x minus 1. When we divide this, again we will follow the same process as we have done here. We have written first of all these in standard forms and then we divided them. So question number 3. Actually in question number 3, both the polynomials, they are already in standard form because the terms are written in decreasing order of powers of their variable. So divide this 3x to the power 4, we will write it as it is because they are already in decreasing order of their powers. So write down the dividend 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cubed minus 3x minus 1, and our divisor is x minus 1. So x minus 1. Look at here, both these polynomials are already in standard form. So we have written them as it is. Again we divide as we have done earlier. This first term 3x to the power 4 will be divided by this first term x. How we will divide? The same formula, a to the power n divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power n minus n. I am doing it here. 3x to the power 4 divided by x. 3x to the power 4 divided by x. When you will solve this, x to the power 4 minus 1, you will get 3x to the power 3. So write it here in quotient part 3x cubed. Now multiply this quotient part to all the terms of this divisor. 3x to the power 3 into x, it will become 3x to the power 4. Multiply this 3x to the power 3 with minus 1, we will get minus 3x cubed. And look at here, this is the term having cube. as the power. So we will write it here. 3x cube into minus 1, it will be minus 3x cube, and now we will subtract this. Do the subtraction. On subtracting, the sign of both these terms will change. This plus sign, here it is plus sign, it will become minus, and this minus sign will become plus. Now 3x to the power 4 minus 3x to the power 4, these both will cancel. 0. Minus 4x cube and plus 3x cube. You know how to solve it? Minus 4x cube plus 3x cube. Take out x cube common. So x cube is taken common. So here we will be left with minus 4 plus 3. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. So minus 1 into x cube minus x cube. You can solve directly also. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. So next will be minus x cube. Now write these terms here. Minus 3x and minus 1. Now this is our term having highest power. We will divide minus x cube by x. Minus x cube divided by x. So x to the power 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1. We will get x to the power 2 and with minus sign. So minus x square. Multiply this minus x square with x. Minus x square into x is minus x cube. Minus x square into minus 1 is plus x square. Now look, here we do not have x square. So we can consider it like this, plus 0 dot x square. The coefficient of x square will be considered 0. So minus x square into minus 1 will be plus x square. We will write it here. If we do not write this term, then also we can solve it. Now subtract both of these terms. When we will subtract this, the sign will change. Minus sign will become plus. This plus sign will become minus. We will solve it. Minus x cube plus x cube, it is 0. We will write in standard form. So this minus x square, we will write that first. So minus x square, then minus 3x and minus 1. Okay? If we are not writing this 0 dot x square, then it is not a problem. We can write minus x square as it is here. Now, this first term minus x square divided by x. So x to the power 2 minus 1. It will become x to the power 1. Minus x will be our answer. Multiply this quotient part to here divisor. Minus x into x is minus x square. Minus x into minus 1 is plus x, and minus x into minus 1 already we have multiplied. So this is our term. We will subtract it. Subtract this. Sign will change. Minus sign will become plus. Plus sign will become minus. Minus x square plus x square. This will become 0. Minus 3x plus x. This is minus 2x. And next it is minus 3x and minus x. This will become minus and minus both will be added actually. So it will become minus 4x and minus 1. I am explaining it here. Minus 3x minus x. You can take x common. So minus 3 minus 1 both are having same sign. So minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 into x minus 4x. Okay. So minus 4x divided by x. So minus 4x divided by x is minus 4. Multiply minus 4 with x. You will get minus 4x. Minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4. And again we will subtract this. So then we will subtract, the sign will change. Minus sign will become plus. This plus sign will become minus. Minus 4x plus 4x is 0. Minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. So this minus 5 is constant polynomial. The degree of this constant polynomial is 0, and when the power of this remainder is less than the power of divisor, here the power of divisor is 1, power of remainder is 0, then we will stop our long division. So this is remainder and this is our quotient. This part is our dividend and this is our divisor. Always remember the degree of remainder will be less than the degree of divisor. Here the power of the divisor is 1, power of the remainder is 0, so our division stops. So this is the long division process of dividing polynomial. Here we divided this biquadratic polynomial having 4 terms by this linear polynomial which is actually binomial having 2 terms, and we got our quotient and remainder. But suppose many times we need not to divide whole the polynomials, but if we want to find the remainder only, then instead of doing this long division, we find the remainder by remainder theorem. How we got the remainder theorem and how it is useful, first of all we will discuss that. So as you know, the relation dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. We all know this relation. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. By this simple relation, we can reach to our remainder theorem also. Suppose we are having a dividend as a polynomial px. This dividend is a polynomial in x. Okay, and we are dividing this polynomial px by a linear polynomial x minus a. We have selected this as linear polynomial because the degree of dividend should be equal to or greater than the divisor. So this is linear polynomial. The degree of this dividend will always be equal to or greater than this linear polynomial. And we will get some quotient qx plus some remainder rx. Now look at here, as this divisor is linear polynomial, the degree of the remainder will always be less than the divisor. It means if the degree of divisor is 1, then less than 1, it means 0. The degree of the remainder will be 0. So this remainder will be a constant term. So no need to write Rx, it will always be a constant R remainder. Now I can explain you this in this manner. When we are dividing this polynomial px by a linear polynomial x minus a, we will get a quotient qx and we will get a remainder r. This is our simple arrangement of these terms. Now, what will be the value of these polynomials when x is equal to a? Look at here. If x is equal to a, then value of this polynomial px will be equal to pa, which is equal to. Look at this divisor. Put here x is equal to a. You will get a minus a into this quotient, which will be qa plus. You know the remainder is a constant polynomial because its degree is always less than divisor, which is linear. So degree of this remainder is 0. So it is a constant polynomial, so it will not change, it will remain same, r. Now a minus a, it is equal to 0. So this PA, which is the value of this polynomial at x is equal to a, is equal to 0 into QA plus r. Now 0 into anything is always 0. So we will get PA is equal to r. Now what this means? This r is actually the remainder when we divide this polynomial px by linear polynomial x minus a, and here we are getting this remainder r is equal to PA. That is the value of this polynomial px at x is equal to a. So this is the basis of our remainder theorem. Remainder theorem states that when we divide a polynomial px by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is equal to PA. Very easily you can understand here. When we divide a polynomial px by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is equal to PA. We need to remember this polynomial px is having degree equal to or greater than this divisor. Then only the division will be possible. So I am writing here the statement here. Remainder theorem: if we divide a polynomial px by a linear polynomial x minus a, then remainder is PA. Here degree of px is equal to or greater than 1, which is linear polynomial actually. So this is our remainder theorem. If we divide a polynomial px by a linear polynomial x minus a, then remainder is PA. We have understood how we got this by a simple long division method. Now this remainder theorem is very useful to find the remainders. For example, here in question number 4, we are asked find the remainder when x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. So we are just interested to find the remainder only. No need to find the quotient and all. So we can apply this remainder theorem to find the remainder here. We are dividing this polynomial px. What is the polynomial px? We will write here. Polynomial px is equal to x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1, and we are dividing it by x minus 1. So divisor is equal to x minus 1, and we want to find the remainder. Now if we apply the remainder theorem here, compare this divisor with this linear polynomial x minus a. At the place of a, here we have 1. So the remainder is PA, that is the statement of remainder theorem. So remainder here for this polynomial px will be value of this polynomial px at x is equal to 1. So by remainder theorem remainder is equal to P1. You already know by comparison x minus a, x minus 1, the value of a is equal to 1. You can write also here by comparison x is equal to 1. Sorry, a is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 also you can write. It is actually a is equal to 1. By comparison a is equal to 1. So remainder R1 remainder R will be equal to P1. So put here at the place of x write down 1. So 1 to the power 4 plus 1 to the power 3 minus 2 dot 1 square plus 1 plus 1. So solve this further. 1 to the power 4 is 1 plus 1 to the power 3 is 1. 1 square is 1. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. And plus 1 plus 1. Plus 1 plus 1. Solve this. 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4. 4 minus 2 which is equal to 2. So if we will divide this polynomial px by divisor x minus 1, then the remainder r will be equal to 2. So r is equal to 2. This is the remainder when we will divide this polynomial px by the linear polynomial x minus 1. So this is the easier method to find the remainder by the remainder theorem. Next, we can use this remainder theorem to some different types of questions. For example, here question number 5, check whether polynomial qt is equal to 4tq plus 4t square minus 3 minus 1 is a multiple of 2t plus 1 or not. When we want to check whether this given polynomial is a multiple of this or not, so we must understand if it will be multiple, then on division, on dividing this polynomial qt by this polynomial, the remainder must be 0. And if the remainder is not 0, then this will not be the multiple of this polynomial. So actually we will find the remainder by remainder theorem to check whether this qt is a multiple of this polynomial 2t plus 1 or not. So in question number 5, we will apply the remainder theorem and find our answer. So question number 5. Solution. What is the polynomial qt? We will write here. Qt is 4t cube. 4t cube plus 4t square. 4t square minus t minus 1, and we have to check whether this is a multiple of 2t plus 1 or not. If we want to check whether this is a multiple of this polynomial or not, then we will find the remainder when this polynomial 2t is divided by this linear polynomial. And if the remainder is 0, then we can say this is a multiple of this linear polynomial. If the remainder is not 0, we will say this polynomial qt is not the multiple of this linear polynomial. So compare this by remainder theorem. On comparison 2t plus 1. If you solve this, you can write like put it equal to 0. 2t plus 1 is equal to 0. Then solve this. You will get 2t is equal to minus 1, and you will get t is equal to minus 1 upon 2. So value of t is minus 1 upon 2. Why got this value of t. Look at here in remainder theorem, what it states, the linear polynomial is x minus a. Now if you put x minus a is equal to 0, then what we will get? X is equal to a. Now value of x is equal to a. So here we got the value of t as minus 1 upon 2. It means the value of a will also be equal to minus 1 upon 2. So here a is equal to minus 1 upon 2. If value of a is minus 1 upon 2, then what will be the remainder? So remainder r will be equal to value of this polynomial qt at t is equal to minus 1 upon 2, where this a is minus 1 upon 2. So you will write r is equal to q minus 1 upon 2. Put this minus 1 upon 2 at the place of t here. So 4 into minus 1 upon 2 whole cube plus 4 into minus 1 upon 2 square minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. Solve it further. 4 into minus 1 to the power 3. When we do the power of any negative number to odd numbers, we always get answer in minus. So minus 1 to the power 3 is minus 1 upon 2 to the power 3 is 8 plus 4 into minus 1 to the power 2. When we do the power of a negative number up to even number, even times, then we get answer in positive. So minus 1 square is plus 1 upon 2 square is 4. Further solve it. Minus into minus 1 is plus 1 upon 2 and minus 1. This 4 and 4 will be divided. It will be 1 and 1. This 4 and 8, we can divide them. 4 1 the 4, 4 2 the 8. So what is actually here? Minus 1 upon 2, minus 1 upon 2. Here 1 upon 1, it means plus 1, plus 1 upon 2 and minus 1. Look at here, minus 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2, this will become 0. Plus 1 and minus 1, this will become 0. So our answer is 0. So this implies the remainder r is equal to 0. Now we know when we divide this polynomial qt by this linear polynomial 2t plus 1, then the remainder r will be equal to 0. If remainder r is 0, it means this polynomial qt is a multiple of this linear polynomial 2t plus 1. So we can write here as answer, yes, qt is a multiple of 2t plus 1 because the r is equal to 0, and remainder r is equal to 0 we got by remainder. So this is the application of remainder theorem to check whether any polynomial is a multiple of this polynomial or not. Today we have discussed division of polynomials. We checked how to divide this polynomial, which is a cubic polynomial, trinomial actually 3 terms, by this term x. It was a simple division. We divided this x in all these terms separately and we got our answer. Further, we discussed the division of this polynomial, which is a quadratic polynomial, by this linear and binomial. It is having 2 terms. So we first of all written them in standard form and then we divided it by step by our division process. Further, we discussed this long polynomial, which is a y-quadratic having 4 terms, by this linear polynomial x minus 1. They are already in standard form. We divided them and got the quotient and remainder. After that we discussed the remainder theorem, the statement of remainder theorem, and we used the remainder theorem to find the remainder here in this question when we divided this biquadratic polynomial by this linear polynomial x minus 1. After that we discussed one more application of remainder theorem to check here whether this polynomial qt is a multiple of this linear polynomial 2t plus 1 or not. And as we have seen here, the remainder is 0, so this polynomial qt is a multiple of this linear polynomial 2t plus 1. So this was our today's topic. I hope you are interested in studying the whole division process and remainder theorem. Now we have uploaded the assignment on ERP. That is also an interesting assignment. Please download it and solve and submit. Thank you.